As the chairperson already introduced about myself, so I just extend a little bit. Actually, my background is electrical engineering. I still do research or teaching in electrical. Never leave that area, but when I came back from my study back in 2011, so I started to see this Stingless bee activity in Malaysia. So this stingless bee farming, especially in Malaysia, is relatively new. It was officially started in 2016. The history in Malaysia, but it has been applied in some area in the world, like in Brazil, okay, and also in Australia, but not in large or in commercial practice, because it's not like the normal bee. Normal bee, okay, they make nest outside of they can make nest on the trees, so they can take the we call as apis bee, put into frame, and they can farm them or breed them. But stingless bee is unique because they only stay in enclosed area or in holes, or inside, especially inside the tree. When in the inside of the tree has decay, because there are holes, so they will come, but not necessarily all cavity in the tree they will come, but only God know which one they will come. But usually they can be found in the cavity of the trees, very high, sometimes very high, up to 20 feet, 30 feet, sometimes 7 feet, but mostly very high. Okay, that's the their natural habitat we will go through. So I also want to know, back in 2016 I want to know, so I learn not formally from others. So slowly I gain the knowledge, and then until today, slowly I set up my farm. I have 30 hive so far. So that only happened during my part time. So my my full job is as a senior lecturer, and also I incorporated this stingless bee into my research. Inshallah, we will go to one of the hive which my PhD student apply Internet of Things. So she applied sensors like temperature, weight sensors, and also bee count, counting the bees. And she is going to submit her thesis for defense next week. So we will go to the smart stingless bee hive. And also actually before this, we had a workshop with international students and some of extracurricular students. They came and want to know about stingless, so I teach them. So Alhamdulillah, today we have the opportunity to meet and see about stingless bee. So before that, you have these notes, actually all here except one or two slides I add. So this note is actually a summary of the topic I think, align with the theme of this conference, because they have sustainable entrepreneurship or something, right? So I try. And also, actually, if you go to page number 20, page number 20, so these are the other things that you should know for basics. Okay, this is the slide, the QR code of the slide, and this is the QR code for the video. Actually, that's the same thing, the QR code for the video. So all these are the summary of this slide. So I don't want to go through this one by one because I want to focus more on hands-on. So we target, we spend just 1 hour here, and I think more on questions, especially when we go to the practice. Maybe there are more questions. Better we do that rather than again going through the theories. So I believe we are, because you are adults, right? Most of you have adults, so we go for andragogy approach, not pedagogy. Andragogy means adults learning. Adults learning is different. They want to involve, and then they want. So let's see how it go. Okay. Right. So as I learned from from the participant, you may have a very slight idea of stingless bee, but actually stingless bee, they are one of the bee type in the world. In the world, there are many bees, like, you know, as common the bee that sting. Do you know bumblebee? Do you know hornet? Hornet, or you call it tawon. All of them are bees. So as stingless bee, or in Indonesia called kelulut, or in Indonesia called trigona, or I think, sorry if I said it wrong, kelenceng or something. Kelenceng. Okay, and it is relatively new, like as I said, but the potential is very promising. Like I will explain. So stingless bee is native. Native means that they are the original inhabitant of the forest, or in Malaysia, or in your place you can find. In Nigeria also you can find they are native. They are the original. Like the bee that sting, the one that make a lot of honey, the sting one, they call as apis. There some species that are brought from Europe. So the physical is different, and the way how they make their nest is different. We will explain. So it has been recorded around 35 species of stingless bee in Malaysia alone, but in the world, I think, to count at the moment, more than 100 or maybe 1,000. I don't remember every. And they are commonly known. They are under the family of Meliponi. They call it some family of Meliponi, and sometimes called as trigona in Indonesia especially. But although there are many type of stingless bee, not all of them suitable to be kept for making honey. In general, they are good for pollination. for the environment, but only a few that is very suitable. If you keep them, they can make honey, and then we can harvest. Some of them, if we keep them, they only make honey for the colony, not extra honey. So in this area we have Heterotrigona itama, or we usually call as itama. So we're going to work on this itama. And also we have another one is this Geniotrigona thoracica. Thoracica, but we will go. I will show to you this thoracica. Itama is common. Also in Indonesia is common. It can be found in common areas. Even in the village place that have, even in urban areas. Okay, urban areas they can be found. The thing is about itama, they are the size is about around 3 to 5 mm. But thoracica is larger, biggest one in the family of Meliponi. Thoracica. And thoracica, they are more gentle. Okay, we will go to the hive later. So this show you quickly how to differentiate stingless bee than the common bee, or the bee that sting. You can see the bee that sting, they have bigger waistline. Okay, bigger waistline, they're chubby yet. But stingless bee, when they fly, they have slim waist. Okay, very slim waist, and also their rear leg extend very low to the ground. So this leg at the bottom, the function is to carry resources like propolis or bee pollen, but honey they will keep in their stomach, in their abdomen. So later you can see how they fly, and then you can see how they extend their leg when we do the practical. So what makes stingless bee different from the common bee? Some of the keywords are like propolis and pods. Propolis. So propolis is actually a substance from tree, resin. It's actually resin from tree. So they take the resin and then mix with wax and mix with the saliva, and then they make it into this chewy, the blackish material. So you have the opportunity to touch it, and they use it to create their hive. So they use it to create their structure, so that the hive can stand, can build up. And also they use the propolis into a pots. Pots. And so what makes special, the propolis have a lot of good antioxidant, good stuff. Then when they keep honey inside the pots, so the ingredient from the pots will slowly infuse with the honey. So that what make it different from regular honey. Regular honey, you know how they keep their honey inside what? Anyone have idea? Regular honey. What material that they use? The comb. What is the material of the comb that they put the honey inside? Saliva is part. Actually wax. Mostly wax. You know the hexagon. Yeah. But stingless bee, their pots or the honey, the container that they make is not in hexagon. It's in like sphere, something like that. But actually, there are hexagonal characteristic in their hive, which is especially when they make their brood cell. Brood cell is the proper term, but the I would say the reduced term is eggs. They are eggs, but the proper term is brood cell. This is not in your slide. Actually, if you can download the soft copy of the slide from the Google Drive for this one, and you can download. So those are the basically some compound in stingless bee honey, like water, sugar. They have fructose and others kind of sugar. And I want to highlight on trehalulose. Let me write down. Trehalulose. So this is one type of sugar compound. Recently confirmed, I think back in 2019 or 2020, if I'm not mistaken. There are researchers from Malaysia collaborate with Australia. Trehalulose is actually a natural compound. Some of you may be in background of chemical. This is a biocompound type of sugar. One of the characteristic of trehalulose is that it inhibits or slow down the absorption of sugar in your body. Means that stingless bee honey, when it has been proven, when people take stingless bee honey, they don't get that sugar spike. They don't get the sugar spike. Of course, everything you have to take with portion. You cannot take too much, kan? You have to take portion. But it has been proven, stingless bee, okay, people when take stingless bee, they don't get that sugar rush or sugar spike. So meaning that they are suitable for people with diabetes. Stingless bee honey. And there are other use of this trehalulose. If you Google, even this researcher have patented the way how to produce it, how to synthesize. And this compound is can be found in other things like plants, fruits, but very small. And it has been proven that it can very abundant in stingless bee. So this is one of the breakthrough, the benefit of stingless bee. So suitable for people who have diabetes. So when they take stingless bee or honey from stingless bee, they don't get that diabetic or sugar rush. And there are other compound like vitamin and antioxidants, okay, proven, found in stingless bee. And even you can research different kind of stingless bee species they have different kind of antioxidants. But one tips, if you take Stingless honey, better take it with empty stomach lah, so that your body can absorb, okay, the benefit, okay, the very faster. Okay, if you have question, you can ask immediately, no problem. Okay, now you need to know what is inside a hive. So as like other bee, there will be one queen that, okay, means that lead the colony. Same like stingless bee, they have one queen, but some research say that there are claim that in stingless bee there are two queen, but in common there are only one queen. So if there are more than one queen, means the hatch queen. If there are more than two active queen, so the other thing will happen. One of the things is the new queen will migrate, take along with some of the colonies. Okay. So the queen is the center of the colony and can live up to 7 years. And the main function is to lay fertilized egg. That's if the colony have active queen, so they will always have new eggs. But eggs is not a proper term, brood cells. There will be new brood cells. And then inside the hive or stingless hive, there are drones. Drones are basically male bee. So the purpose of male bee is just to mate with the queen, and that's it. After they mate the queen, they will wait for their time and then just die. So that is their purpose in nature. But most of the workers in stingless bee are female. How to know between the male and female? There are the physical, you can see. But usually male, okay, they will only linger on the surface outside of the hive if they were during the mating season. Because if the queen mate with the drone, okay, enough, it will go into the hive. So the male or the drone, he just stay outside the hive, wait until they die. So that the purpose of the drones. But the worker, okay, they do all the work. They collect honey, the housekeeping, okay, the hive, okay, clean up the hive, make the pots, also make the brood cell pot. Okay. Now this is what inside, okay, the hive. Okay, like I said, they will live inside tree trunk in nature. Like for example, this on the left, this is what is inside. So the entrance will be somewhere here lah, in the middle, and you see this like layer of disc. They look like a layer of disc. So those are brood cells. Okay, those are brood cells or the eggs. Okay, the eggs. So each layer has different age. Like for example, this layer may be going to hatch, and this going to hatch next week. This one to hatch the other. So there will always be new workers. and then the queen bee will always, okay, lay eggs. Cycle will go on. So very active hive. You can see here it has more, up to 20 layers of brood cells, and the queen will be somewhere in between the brood cell layer, somewhere you can find. So this is very important to, when we transfer, if possible, we must locate or find the queen first, okay, before we transfer, because we don't want the queen missing, when we transfer. When the hive is missing the queen, two possible things will happen. First one, if the colony is very strong, they will hatch new queen. If the colony is not strong, they will die. We die off. So it all depends on the colonies. And so the brood cell is in the center, so there will be layers to protect the structure, basically to hold up the brood cells. This is the cross section, and at the bottom and the top are the food storage, or the pots. So the pots contain two things. The pots. So the pots, there are two things. So they will honey and bee bread. So what is bee bread? Bee bread is basically flower. What you call the flower pollen? Yes, pollen. Forgot. Actually, bee bread is flower pollen. So the flower pollen, they will keep inside here slowly, and it will feel full. So in the practice, I will show you which one that contain honey, which one is contain the bee bread or the flower pollen. So honey also we take, and sometimes farmer also take bee bread. Bee bread. So what they do with bee bread? They dry, and then they can eat with bread because it has high in protein, especially for people who want to gain weight with less fat or something like that. Even I heard that some people are studying how to make protein for bodybuilder from bee bread. Okay, but mainly we will harvest honey from the pots. Okay, the pots. So actually, the pots is on the top and at the bottom. Okay, so in farming, what we do, we will cut this part, and then we put the box on the top. So the box on the top will become an extension of the hive, and then the bee will keep the honey on the top. Do you get the idea? So later you will see it much better. Now during this my work, so I have developed apps that can help farmers how to keep the records. Like myself, how to keep the record of my hive. Like for example, I can demo quickly. Let me find, if possible. Yeah, This is the apps. Okay, I already kept about 33 hive. Okay, and all the records of my hive is here, like for example this one. Okay, and this is the record of the harvest between 2020 up until 2024. Okay, you see 600 gram up to 1000 gram. So all the records are here, so I can keep here and I can download. So I don't want to focus on this. Okay, just want to demonstrate what has been what's going on. Apart from keeping this Stingless bee honey, also I make innovation. So it helps like me to keep my details of my hive, and then the harvest, and then the information to check. Okay, and also I develop a way how, if we have a manager, like a manager of a farm, so they have many participants, so the manager can see the details of the participant, like for example here. Okay, this is my group, actually a group that consists of few peoples. Okay, they are participant of that receive donation or help from the government agency, so we can monitor how they progress. So that's a little bit about EMAS, or called as electronic melatonin advanced system. Right now, so this is the thing that important for harvesting. So now I believe you guys got this kit with you. So you have mask and this plastic pipette. So the purpose of this plastic pipette is if you want to sample the honey, because I see in the internet, on the Facebook, especially in the place where they, keep honey, and then they have tourists come, tourists come and visitors, so they use straw. It's not very good, because yours, everything from you can go to the not good practice. So use this. Okay, you can take sample and then you can taste. That's better. Hygiene, for hygiene. Okay, and you have this stick. Okay, the function of this stick later. Okay, when we want to harvest, we're going to make a hole on the top, and then use the palm. It's okay. Later you will understand. And this is actually hair net, especially for guys. It's not. I think it's not that critical for the hair to drop. But actually, for some of you, maybe when you work on the Stingless honey, they can be a little bit aggressive. And then they will come and try to bite, and then can want to bite your skin hair. But if you wear like this, and then protect your ear, when they can go to the ear. So if you wear like this, so secure. Ladies, no problem. Ladies and hijab, okay, no problem. So you can protect, because although they are not sting, but you have to make sure don't get into sensitive areas, especially your big lips or eyes. Very painful, a little bit pain. Anyway, but it's going to be a good experience. Okay, so those I think also you have glove, right? Glove. I don't have glove here, but you should have glove. Okay. A pump set also will be provided later. There will be 2 stations. Each will have a pump set. Okay. Okay, the rest, like refractometer is the things that this a device can use to measure the quantity of water, level of water, percentage. I will bring it later. Okay, this is good. This is good to have because you need to know how much water. This is one challenge. Stingless B water level. Okay, when we harvest, usually at 28% to 30%. But international honey standard, Codex, I think, Codex, the standard say 18%. Should be 80%. But there is no international standard for Stingless B. But Malaysia have their own Stingless B standard, honey standard. You can Google MS, I think MS something lah, MS 1863 or something. The Malaysian honey standard, I think. So good honey level, Stingless honey is at 22%. Means that, I will explain. I will explain that later. Why 22%? We have to reduce later. Now these are the steps. Okay, we will do that in practice. Okay, if possible, let's see. If we after we transfer the honey, the beehive, after transfer the beehive, okay, we'll see if we can proceed with the next what you call the next activity, or we wait after lunch. We'll see. So the best time to harvest is especially as the morning. Okay, and then I think you can read this point later lah. Okay, and I will demonstrate that during the activity. Okay, we will see the demonstration. You can read. Okay, this is the step, and I will show it. Okay, later. So one of the challenges of Stingless bee honey, the water content is high. Water content means that there is a challenge behind that. So when the bee collect honey, they keep in the pot, and then when the pot is closed, so the honey is safely contained lah. But once, okay, after 40 days, so one of the point is that we only harvest time 40 days. Every 40 days. Why? Because basically the bee collect nectar. You know nectar? Okay. So those are basically sugar. And when the nectar is closed, it start to ripening process. So if we don't wait 40 days, mean the water or the sugar level is too high. So we need to stay until 40 days to sugar level to optimize, and also all the ingredient, the composition, like the ingredient from the propolis to fuse properly with the honey. 40 days. Okay, and the benefit to the colony, 40 days you do not mean that you do not make the colony stress. If you harvest every week, so you are stressing, pressuring the hive. Okay, so 40 days. Then when the honey is collect, when they start to expose to room temperature and air, they will start to fermentation. So this is normal for like, even if you apple, if you cut, what happened? Oxidation, right? Start to oxidation. So that is actually normal. But the problem is that if we don't do something, the quality of the honey will go down. So inside the honey, there are like enzyme active. They will start to eat the good things. Okay, you have to do something to make it dormant or reduce the process. Make the honey water level go down to 22%. So you have actually, when you quickly harvest, you have two options. The first option, you keep in the fridge. When you keep in the fridge, temperature is lower. So you can slowly consume yourself. So you sure lah. Okay, this like this, for sure the quality will maintain. But when you want to sell, okay, it's difficult to sell in refrigerator or freezer, right? Usually they will sell just put on the shelf, right? So you need to reduce the water. So one of the method you can do is, this is called as the double boiling. Okay, hot water in the pot, and then the honey is in another pot. But you have to control the heat. The heat, according to study, cannot be more than 40 degrees Celsius. You can use what they call as slow cooker. You know slow cooker? Yeah, you have slow cooker, you put water, and then you put another container on the slow cooker, and then you put your honey. I practice also like that. I also have my own machine that I can use. But I sometimes when at home, I just use this double boiling method, very slow, up to 12, like 1 or 2 kilogram. I need about half of the day or 24 hours. 24 hours. But if you don't do that, what happens? If you don't reduce the water level, you just put into the container and then you seal, and then it start to ferment. When it ferment, there will be gas build up. That's why if you buy honey from, open, it start to pop, right? And then it's like carbonated soda water like that, and then reduced to half or something. One thing you can say, oh, this is original, but the bad thing is that the quality has reduced because it's ferment. Yeah. So this is arguable lah. So some farmers, they don't like, don't disturb it, but to me lah, actually there's a problem. You need to keep the honey quality. So you have two options. One in the fridge, one you have to reduce it slowly, using slow heating. Okay. So that's also important. Alright. I think I'll skip this part. So like I mentioned, because this is a theme of this conference is entrepreneurship, so I have to touch on that area. Okay, so it has been proven Stingless bee has more, but I need to be careful lah on this and for commenting on this. To me, any authentic honey is good. Authentic honey, doesn't matter lah. You say from the Black Forest, Europe or whatever, as long as it is original, authentic. Okay, they have like I studied in New Zealand, so they have Manuka honey. Manuka honey derived from the flowering trees, Manuka trees. So they are good. They have authentic, good. Okay, and also secondly, portion lah. You have to measure the portion suitable for yourself. You cannot drink, even like I said, try Holulos, Stingless bee one day, maybe you are someone who are very rich, don't know what to do with your money, Drink. So everything is about portion. But it has been proven that stingless bee have much more ingredient, much more active ingredient, high phenolic acid, free radical, and so on. And it has been, recognized as one of the superfood. Superfood is sometimes people like use it too much. Superfood. There are many other superfood actually. If you Google what is superfood, but stingless bee is one of the superfood. So like athlete, when they, because of the trihululose, when they drink the stingless bee honey, like when they have trihululose, release the sugar slowly, so good for runners. So they maintain their energy. They don't have to take a lot of food, yeah, to take honey. And if you don't believe me, I'm not sure about other honey. If you take the stingless bee honey, put it in the freezer, the freezer part, it will not turn hard. Will never. You don't believe me, you do that. It will always stay in liquid form. Yeah. Right. So in terms of that, it's good. But and then like in terms of the nature or the like pollination, if you have crops, they are better pollinator because stingless bee is smaller. When they are smaller, they can go into small flower, and when they go to flower, the flower will, not detach. Okay, so the possibility for the flower to turn into fruit is much better lah, right? So those are the benefit or in terms of the pollination. Like in agriculture, tourism. Okay, people they have like places for tourists. Okay, I think I saw a lot of the use stingless bee as the main one of the attractions. But if you do that, remember, don't use straw. Use the pipette, right? Okay, we are almost done in this because I target we don't spend too much time here. Hang on. Right. So the potential, okay, in how to. It's okay. You can read from your slide. In Malaysia, the price of 1 kg raw, not processed, is about 100 to 120 kilogram, 100 to 120 ringgit. One time it go up to 300, but now because of the oversupply, I think the price is about 100 ringgit or 200 ringgit. That is raw honey, stingless bee honey. But when you process, it should be much higher. And okay, I think I throw this challenge to everyone. Actually, in Malaysia, although even in Indonesia, the industry, this stingless bee industry has been blooming, growing quite good. But we are facing one problem, stigma when the honey want to go into Europe, for example. The stigma is not about the quality, but the stigma is about the practice. So I see a lot of people, farmers are still doing the conventional way. So they see they spot the stingless beehive in the wild, and then they cut the trees. So we have to fight, or we have to reduce that, and we need to do something much sustainable. So today that's why I'm going to show you how to do it one alternative way, sustainable. Okay, we do not rely on transferring the honey or the bee from the wild. So if we can prove that and overcome that, inshallah, And even in Australia, yes, Australia also has stingless bee. Australia, and recently Australia, they have a law have passed that honey, stingless bee honey, or they call as bush honey, is legal to sell in Australia. So before in Australia, they were not sure whether they can sell it or not, because of Australia, you know, they are very strict in conservation. But the practice of stingless bee a bit different. They use different box. You can study later. This is the slide. Like I told you, the slide that you can retrieve, and then the other things that you should know. Okay, they should know about stingless bee. Okay, in more details. Even maybe there are questions. Okay, or that you have in your mind, you don't want to ask, you can find the answer there. Okay, now we come here to this part, sustainable way how to get stingless bee colony. Okay, this method is called as bee trap or bee bed or bed box, or called as perangkap in Malay, or in Indonesia jebakan. So actually this method is using empty container, okay, suitable size like this. Okay, this is actually empty container box. Okay, empty container. Okay, no, and okay, we can open this, then you can see inside, but I didn't bring my drill, but later when we practice we can see inside. So inside there are space. Okay, there are space, and this is the hole where the honey or the bee could come into. So what we do, we hope that the honey will come and make their colony inside. Okay, but there will be some preparation lah. Okay, like we need to put some bait inside here. I will explain that later. Okay, and then when this ready, we put it somewhere in our farm or in somewhere suitable place. Okay, especially when you know there are stingless bee there, like this example. Okay, you see. This is bed box originally empty, and then when you are lucky, so they will be swarming. Okay, swarming is called as swarming. Come into the bed box. So why we want to use this trap box or bed box? Because the conventional way, as you can see, this is the conventional way. So people go to the wild or the forest, and they can spot, okay, the stingless bee, okay, the stingless bee colony, and at this example, the stingless bee is at one of the branches. So they identify the branch, and then they cut the branch and bring back, and then they process. But only 2 out of 10 colony is at the branches. You understand? Means that if we find 10 colony at the tree, 8 of the tree have to be cut down totally. Means that, like I said, these are trees, okay, the branches. In that example, the colony is here. You can cut here, but most often the colony is here at the core. Okay, at the core. So I have to cut here. So 8 out of 10, 80% when they identify, they have to cut totally. So that's why we take a sustainable way. We go for bed box or bee trap. Okay, so what is swarming? Swarming is a natural process. Okay, natural process when basically a main hive or established hive, okay, we establish after 1 or 2 years, they will reach, okay, they will reach a level where the colony is in full inside the colony lah. Okay, the colony is full or reach their maximum capacity. So like their brood cell is consists of worker eggs and also queen's eggs. So at a point in the main colony there will be new queen, and then what happened, the new queen, okay, will migrate. So the process is where firstly some of the worker will find a new spot or cavity. Okay, the second, the worker will groom or will prepare, and the third process here, the swarming, queen, workers and drone will come, and then the drone will mate with the new queen, and then new colony will be established. So we are hoping that this, okay, swarming from the main colony go into our bed, but we have to, try to convince them using some ingredient. I will explain to you later, right?